Tonight, from Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, it's week 1 of the NFL preseason on EA Sports. Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs taking on Daniel Jones and the Carolina Panthers.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who have helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And that's caught inside the 35.
Complete.
That one goes for 36 yards. And Jones on 1st and 10. And this will be caught inside the 10. What a grab.
Jones pass.
23 yards on the play. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive. Well, that's a solid opening drive, and nothing fancy there at the end, just pounded in.
That felt like old school football, didn't it? All right, down at the goal line, and not only were they able to punch it in, as you just emphasized, they did it against a goal line defense that's stacked to stop the run. So if you're on that offensive side of the ball, you feel great about yourself right now. You're actually able to dominate a group that expected you to run the ball and still punched it in.
So now the Panthers making the decision. They're going to go for 2. Now Jones. From the gun, he'll throw.
The 2-point conversion is successful.
And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The The Chiefs take over 1st and 10.
The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
We know the arm strength is certainly there. He's got a big-time cannon for an arm, and that's not a surprise. He's the son of a former Major League pitcher, so the bloodlines come into play. The biggest question for Patrick Mahomes, can he harness that big arm, develop the touch that's needed, and carry his team towards the playoffs?
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 24. He'll throw from the gun. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Right back to Edwards-Helaire on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Offense.
That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he will find his man on the outside. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes, he'll run it. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 8.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. On play action, it's Mahomes. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on his 1st drive. Instead, 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and then angled for him and then shot for him. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. They come up with exactly 1 minute to go in this 1st quarter. On 2nd down, McCaffrey brushing off defenders. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. 12 yards there and a 1st down. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Jones looking deep down, and that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one good for 37 yards.
Well, he's certainly trying to earn his way into some more looks in the offense once the regular season heats up. If he continues to make plays like that, I think QB1 will look his way a little more often once the regular season begins.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Intended for number 23, incomplete.
Operating from the gun, Russell. The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there, and now it's 4th down.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
Well, they started that drive all the way back at the 1, able to march down, get 3.
It was daunting to begin with, wasn't it? But I thought overall, a very poised and efficient drive to get 3 points.
Taken in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Russell. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. But he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back.
1st and goal.
First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st and goal, they'll try the option left. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. It's their quarterback, keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead.
Partner, it wasn't that long ago that when I talk with these NFL coaches about different innovations in the college game, you can see their eyes roll and they just shut down right away. Don't bring me that joke college stuff. Well, guess what? The college game has definitely infiltrated its way into the NFL.
Yeah, and these guys, when you're seeing the option defensively, you got to stick to your assignments. I know that's cliche. They didn't do it there.
And option football means exactly what you just talked about. Assignment football for defenders. And that drives them crazy because you have to think your way through a play as opposed to just reacting and making the play.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard.
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Pick up with 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
That's good.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run the counter. It's Knight. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Bartlett. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Bartlett. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
At their own 31-yard.
Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And let's look at their passing game, more specifically their receiving game. These guys have been great out wide.
I'm with you on that one. We'll look at it, and we'll enjoy it, and actually marvel at it. These guys are making every catch possible. Boy, have they been fun to watch in this game.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Touchdown, Carolina!
Russell's pass complete.
A big play there. 69 yards. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead, a really easy, quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and get it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
The Panther offense staying put. They'll go for 2. From the gun, Russell. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more.
27.
He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
25-yard line.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
They haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? And his throw is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And this is going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And take it right on the 30. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the 2nd quarter. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
Throwing again. Russell. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Offense. Come on, now.
Something we're seeing more of with the rise of the run-pass option. A legal man downfield, and that's going to back him up. On 2nd down, Bowles, room to run past midfield. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. 64 yards. And the Panthers have got it on cruise control.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. In 2nd quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates, find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Operating from the gun. Bartlett, nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
The quarterback sacked. A fumble on the play.
Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in just a minute as we've started the countdown to opening night. 3 more weeks of preseason action follow this, and then we get it all started less than 1 month from tonight. In our game, most of the starters have made their cameo and departed, but plenty of youngsters out there with a lot to gain or lose as we get you right back out to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To throw on 2nd down. Bartlett rolling, and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
You know, if this is the regular season, partner, we'd be talking about just how costly a mistake that was, but probably good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, without a doubt. Plus, got to worry about making the team. Those types of errors don't help you.
The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fairly clear
that is
by the
one
time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
They'll start out here with the option left.
Runs it on.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Now an option play, and he'll keep it. And the Chiefs D closes in on him again, and they drop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
It's now 4th down.
They're going to try and throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. That one good for 10 yards, but it'll be 2nd down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Number 23, incomplete.
Fights free yet again. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. A third quarter action from Kansas City. Second down and 10. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to fourth down.
Incomplete.
And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on fourth.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so he didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great play there. Ready for the regular season with his second touchdown of the game. And the Panthers just continue to pour it on. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
First and 10.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time. And that's another great play to come away with the football.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. That one goes for 30 yards.
At the 9-yard line.
Yeah, this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11.
He was taken
A loss of 2 there. Second down.
A loss of 2.
So it'll be second and goal when we return. We've played 3 quarters. And that'll do it for the end of the third quarter. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That catch good for 8, but still, it's third and goal now. They push forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Not a whole lot slot there. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown reception as his guys continue to pour it on. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all three phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And this showing really not a good one on either side of the ball, but still 3 more preseason games to follow and a lot to play for here for the guys on the field now as they're hoping to secure that roster spot. Steps away. Now he'll pull it. Now loose football. The ball comes out. Yards there, a big one.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Throwing on 1st down. Bartlett, and incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with, but it's 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
To throw again, Bartlett. And he comes back with one complete. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays harder.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. And the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal as some good running there gets them down to about the 2-yard line, knocking on the door. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people.
And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out. Personally, I'd rather see them kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. Size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
And now here comes Kansas City. And certainly this not the performance that they were hoping for to begin the exhibition season, but still plenty to watch for in this fourth quarter. Buying time to his left. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. But it looks like the Chiefs are going to get it back.
Quarterback on the keeper.
So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
From the gun, Bartlett. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bartlett. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Too many zeros on the stat sheet thus far. No touchdown passes, no points for his team, but he remains undaunted. Still attempting to get his team on the scoreboard, firing the ball downfield.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Bartlett looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 34-yard line. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. He's at the 50. The 30, past the 20, and that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone, and you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out, and I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
We get a look at the Carolina defense as they work their way into position. They are looking to preserve this shutout, so for them, a lot on the line.
A lot on the line, a lot of pride that goes into that. Because let's face it, when you've had that kind of a day, you do not want any type of a fluke play to end it. You're going to win the game. That's not the issue. But to have a clean ledger going into the locker room and sitting in film next week, oh, that's satisfying.
Good.
Oh, that's the way to do it.
They're looking to cradle that goose egg. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Freeman. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
First down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say good night from Kansas City.